Alright, welcome back to our fourth and final video in our Teardrop or two-finger backup series. The first three videos have primarily focused on a one measure pattern. Alright, you can see that pattern right there. We've done it over and over, and we've kind of changed around what our left hand was doing and also how to transition in between chords. The first two videos we talked about the bar position, and then we added in the going up 3 frets to get the 7th chord for that position. And then last time we talked about not only will that work for the bar position, it'll work for holding the D shape. Okay. What I didn't show you then was if you back everything down 2 frets, that'll be the 7th to go along with it. So just like we did with the bar position, we went into the 7th for that shape. We're going to do the same thing for the D quickly, and then we're also going to kind of expand. Instead of just one measure pattern, we're going to go to a 2 measure pattern and show you a couple of ideas you can do for that. All right, so we're going to start at the 20 and 21st frets, as you heard me play there in the opening, and we're doing our 1 measure pattern twice basically. So we're going to start walking it down to the 7th of that. So if you think about the key or a D chord, how do you get to a D7 is kind of a stretch there, but you walk the 2nd string down 2 frets. Well, we're going to be doing that same idea, except we're not just going to walk the 2nd string down, we're going to walk down the 1st and 2nd. All right, so here's the tab for that, and it's our same 1 measure pattern again, but we're going to do it twice in a row. So so we're starting, going down 1 fret and then repeating, going down 1 more. All right, and that'll lead you into go into the C next. So you take a look at that. It looks something like this. I'll go all the way into the C chord after that. So. And then whatever kind of C thing you wanted to do there. Okay, so we talked about ideas to start connecting in earlier videos. Okay, so there's a quick one, kind of a follow-up from last time. All right, the next thing I want to do is to show you a 2 measure pattern. So let me put up the 2 measure pattern with no fret marks on it and what position we're at, because once again this works. Basically for the bar shape is what we use this, and then we'll start doing some kind of ornaments to go along with it. But basically it's just like the 1 measure pattern, except you alternate the middle and index some more kind of in between before you finish it off the same way we did the 1 measure pattern. Okay, so I'll play the bar position here at the 12th fret so you can hear what it sounds like, but it sounds like this. By itself, that's kind of boring because it's a whole lot of middle and index. But if we go to this variation 1, we'll put up, and basically you're just going to kind of alternate putting down your pinky 2 frets up, so at the 14th fret. So here's what it sounds like, and then I'll play it a couple times and slow it down. So instead of having to transition and go to a different shape or to start the 1 measure pattern over, we've kind of changed it into a 2 measure pattern. So here it is a little bit slower. I'll slide into the to the 12th fret there to start with. Okay, notice I did a little hammer there on the next to the last note. All right, another little variation there is pretty much any time that you see the 14 on that tab, you could try to do a pull off instead. So there's a couple places. It's kind of hard because you're pulling off with your pinky. I'm not the best at it, but I can do a little demonstration for you. So maybe if I put it on the very last 14, so it would sound something like this. Okay, you could also put it for any of the other 14s, I think. So let me play around with that just a little bit. Okay, so there you go. Just to give you a little idea, if you want to work on pulling off with your pinky there, you can play around with that, especially if it's a little bit of a slower song. You know, you hear this played on anywhere from a really slow to a medium tempo type of song. Songs like Some Old Day, J.D. Crowe and the New South, and then several of the Flatt and Scruggs songs. I'll Never Love Another, and I can't remember some of the other ones. So maybe I'll put them in the description. So let me remind you that you can also play this in other keys besides G, right? Because you got a lot of stuff that you know how to do down the neck and up the neck in G. But what if it's in the key of E or the key of D or something else like that? This will also work. You just have to figure out where your home base is. Where's your D position and bar position up here for your whatever key the song's in, and then you can kind of put everything relative to that. All right, and just my personal preference, I don't usually go too far down below the 12th fret playing the teardrop. You can, though. Okay, it works. Especially kind of, you can work in other things you already know in some of those songs. An example I think is Jim Mills when he recut There Will Be No Teardrops Tonight. I think that's in the key of D, but you'll hear that teardrop stuff in it. All right, so check that out. So I hope this has really helped and maybe taken away some of the mystery about what that teardrop, what's going on and how all that stuff's connected. It's not just the bar shape, it's the D position, shape, and kind of connecting all that stuff. So if you have any ideas for things I can do in the future, I've got a few little kind of random licks to throw in, but if you have something you want me to do, let me know, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.